would like you to stand with me in welcoming that man, the next mayor in the city of North Tonawanda, Ortt.
Thank you for that very graceful introduction, Russ. I appreciate it. My fellow citizens, honored guests, members of the press, thank you for being here tonight. I want to take a moment to thank my fellow members of the Support Post for allowing us to use their great hall for this important announcement. The circumstances of our gathering are unparalleled in most of our lifetimes. From the financial hardships that many of our former North Tonawandans are feeling, to the growing anxiety and anger over the actions of our elected leaders locally and in Albany. We are at a moment in history where unequivocal leadership is both necessary and desired. Now is not the time for the faint of heart. Confidence must be restored in our civic institutions and those we elect to lead them. Cities all across New York State and America will be faced with the toughest of choices in the coming months and years. Here in North Tonawanda, it'll be no different. As the strain of the coming recession weighs down upon our residents, as homeowners begin to feel the full impact of the recent reassessments, and as we await and see what further sacrifices Albany will ask us to make, we must be confident that we have the leadership at City Hall to guide us through these difficult times. We must re-examine our priorities as a community and refocus our attention at the fundamentals of city government, providing safe streets for our children and grandchildren, making sure those same streets are safe to drive and properly maintained, and ensuring our citizens that the most basic of services will be provided in an efficient and courteous manner. Remembering always the balance between streamlining government and delivering its services in the most cost-effective manner, while also understanding that government does not exist to make a profit, but to provide basic services to the taxpayers that they cannot otherwise provide for themselves. Our elected officials have been put on notice. We will hold you accountable for your decisions, both good and bad. We are tired and fed up with the excuses and with leaders who are quick to tell us who to blame while short on providing solutions. With that in mind, the taxpayers of North Tonawanda will head to the polls this November and make an important decision. Are we as a city better off now than we were 4 years ago? Do we have the leadership that we will surely need to make us better off 4 years from now than we are today? 4 years ago, the former Niagara River Yacht Club was open for business and on the city tax rolls. Today it sits shuttered without a new owner, neither generating revenue nor much needed tax dollars. As a result of a botched sale attempt and the lack of a definite plan on what to do with it. 4 years ago, you could walk down to the Gateway Harbor on a Saturday night in the summertime and watch a live concert with headline acts that were both nationally and internationally known as part of the Molson concert series. Today, that very concert series now calls Lockport home after being told to take it to Wheatfield. 4 years ago, our roads were in bad shape. Today, they are in a state of disrepair, second only to Niagara Falls. 4 years ago, some might have called the environment city government contentious. Today, it is downright poisonous, the result of party bosses and unelected leaders holding far too much sway over city officials. Politicians see power as a means to further their aims, whether they are political or personal. Leaders understand that with great power comes great responsibility, the responsibility to make the best decision for all citizens. I came to City Hall in 2007, I've been disappointed with the climate in city government. A climate of secrecy, distrust, and pettiness. In this moment, the people of this great city deserve not secrecy, but transparency. They deserve not distrust, but cooperation amongst all their elected leaders. And they deserve not pettiness, but an ability to rise above the trivial and take on the bigger issues facing us. As many of you know, I spent the majority of last year not in city government, but 8,000 miles away in Afghanistan, working with the Afghan National Police so that they could provide basic freedoms and services to their citizens. The challenges in Afghanistan are momentous. American servicemen and women, and to a greater extent the Afghans themselves, face decisions of life and death on an almost daily basis. Where we have potholes, they have craters left by roadside bombs. Where we have high water rates, they have no running water at all. Where we have a lack of cooperation within our city government, they are literally killing each other. By comparison, our challenges are not so daunting. As a soldier in combat, I've had the solemn pride of leading some of Western New York and America's finest young men in one of the most dangerous places in the world. I've had to make difficult decisions under the most stressful and difficult circumstances. As city treasurer, and now clerk treasurer, I've had the distinct pleasure of serving the people of this great city, the place where I grew up, a place where I just bought a new home, and where my fiancée, Megan, and I plan to raise a family of our own. Yet what kind of city will we leave to them, the next generation of North Tonawanda? I ask you tonight to join with me in building a city that our future children and grandchildren can call home, not just a place where they visit during the holidays. A city where business and tourism are welcome, not chased away to neighboring towns. A city where leaders offer practical solutions to our problems, not excuses. It is for these reasons that tonight I am declaring myself a candidate for mayor of North Tonawanda. As mayor, I pledge to do three things: reduce unnecessary government spending and the tax burden on families in North Tonawanda, repair our roads and crumbling infrastructure, and restore professionalism and confidence in City Hall. In this task, I ask for your support, and to remember, this will not be an election about me or any other particular candidate, but about you, your ability to change for the better the direction of our city and community for future generations. Thank you, and God bless.